Survival is all about adapting to your environment and making the most of the resources around you. If you're near a body of water, fishing becomes one of the most reliable ways to secure food. But what if you don't have a fishing rod? Enter handline fishing, a simple, efficient, and compact method that requires minimal gear. Today, we're going to explore everything you need to know about handline fishing. I'll guide you step by step through setting up a handline, finding bait, and catching fish in a survival situation. Whether you're stranded in the wild, on a camping trip, or just building your survival skills, this is a technique you'll want in your toolbox. So let's get started with the basics and turn you into a handline fishing pro. Handline fishing is the simplest form of fishing, using only a line, hook, and bait, no rods, reels, or fancy equipment required. It's compact enough to fit in a small survival kit, or even your pocket. The real beauty of handline fishing lies in its adaptability. You don't need specialized gear. You can improvise with items you already have. Paracord, shoelaces, or even strips of fabric can serve as your line. Hooks can be fashioned from paper clips, safety pins, or carved wood. In a survival scenario, this versatility can mean the difference between going hungry and catching your next meal. Before you get started, here's what you'll need. Ideally, a strong fishing line. If you don't have one, paracord or dental floss works in a pinch. Store-bought hooks are best, but if you're improvising, bend a safety pin or use a thorn. Sinkers are ideal, but small rocks or washers tied to your line can work. We'll talk more about finding bait in the wild shortly. If you're prepping ahead of time, consider creating a small handline kit. Pack some line, hooks, and split-shot weights into a tin or waterproof bag and add it to your survival gear. Once you have your materials, it's time to assemble your handline. Start by tying your hook to the end of the line. A strong knot like a clinch or Palomar knot is essential to keep the hook secure. About 6 to 12 inches above the hook, attach a weight. This helps your bait sink to the level where fish are more likely to bite. If you're fishing in deep or moving water, consider adding additional weight or extending your line length to match the environment. Bait is your next priority. In the wild, nature provides plenty of options. Flip over rocks or dig in moist soil to find worms, beetles, or grubs. If you've already caught one fish, use small pieces of its flesh as bait. In some areas, berries or small fruits can attract fish. Pro tip: keep the bait small and secure it firmly on the hook. You don't want it falling off when you cast or when a fish takes a nibble. To cast, hold the line loosely in one hand and swing it over your shoulder. With a flick of your wrist, release the line into the water. It doesn't have to go far.